Hi knitters, it's Mimi with Pastiche Knitwear, and I want to show you today another iteration of the Chinese Waitress Bind Off. I had a viewer who messaged me and said she had tried it with a crochet hook and that it had worked beautifully for her. It was a game changer. So of course I had to try it, and I agree with her. So this way of doing it I think would be especially great for continental knitters and or crocheters because you will be holding the yarn in your left hand. Now to recap, when we're doing the Chinese Waitress Bind Off in a knitterly way, we will be always purling and doing yarn overs, and every time we purl, we'll be purling the wrong way. So although we're going to do it a little bit differently with the hook, the same rules will pertain. So I'm going to use my hook in lieu of my other knitting needle, and I'm going to come into this first stitch as if to purl. Now I'm going to bring the yarn under the hook, and I'm going to scoop that yarn through and then rotate the hook back toward myself as I pull it off. So now I am going to be doing a yarn over, and then I'm going to purl again, and every time I purl I'm going to bring the yarn under the hook tip, so in essence throwing the yarn the wrong way, and then I'm just going to draw through the 2 stitches that are left on my hook. Now that was our setup, and from now on all we're going to be doing is doing a yarn over and then a purl. Once again, every time we purl, we come into the stitch, get that out of the way so you can see it, and then I'm going to bring the yarn under the hook tip, rotate the hook tip towards yourself, and then draw it through those 2 stitches. So yarn over, purl, bring the yarn, came off the needle, bring the yarn under the hook, and then draw through. Comparatively speaking to using 2 knitting needles, this is actually quite a bit faster. If you feel comfortable in holding that yarn in your left hand, you may find this is really just a really great way to do it. Remember, the hook is always coming over the yarn, not under it. Yarn over. Oops, let me get that. I was replacing that stitch. It was in the wrong direction. Yarn under the hook, and then draw through. Now we'll take a look at it, and you can see this was the Chinese Waitress cast on. You can see how pretty it is and how much it matches. So I hope you give it a try, see if it works for you. And as always, if you find these videos helpful, please consider subscribing. Have a great one.